Hello, my name is Leo and welcome to another day of LSD the Dream Emulator. I'm sad, guys. I don't know why I'm sad. So my laptop has been, doing its thing. I had a little looky-loos at it yesterday and I realized that yes, in fact, the exhaust fan is just straight up not spinning. And that's why it's overheating. Makes a lot of sense now. And it also makes sense why, let's go to the violence district. I don't have a map ready, but I can get one. It makes a lot of sense why, like, using, like, YouTube or whatever would make the thing turn itself off faster. Because obviously it's more intensive. And the fan's just not working anyway, so if it's just idling, I think if it's just idling, the thing will stay on and it'll get hot, but it won't blow. But do anything, pretty much anything, that fan's still not spinning, and the computer's getting hotter, and then it just boom down. So like yesterday's YouTube video failed to upload. Then I tried uploading it on the other computer, and I thought, because I think I talked about this yesterday, is I tried uploading it on the main computer, and then it died. And then I waited like an hour for it to cool down. And then I tried it again, and it continued uploading from where it left off. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I didn't even have to like re-enter the details, like the description, or I didn't have to redo the thumbnail or whatever. So I thought, okay, well I guess I'll do that, but I'll use the little computer. So I use the streaming computer. But then if you use a different computer, that doesn't happen. It doesn't continue where it left off. It starts from the beginning, and I had to re-enter all the details and stuff, which I didn't have at the time. I think it was the thumbnail I didn't have. Oh fuck, thumbnails. No, you got thumbnails. I do. So which is the... Is she moving? No. Do I wanna... Oh. Oh. Ah! I thought you wanted to go look at the other girl. I did? Oh, we're in fucking Happy Town now. Alright, let's explore Happy Town. Alright, sure. Let me get a map. So anyway, yeah, basically the fan's just completely busted. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can fix this. Either maybe I can fix it, or maybe I can rip it apart and maybe buy a fan and install it myself. Because I've done that sort of stuff. I have my old computer. The one that's got freaking Windows XP on it still. The power supply on that busted one day, and I bought a new power supply, and I installed it myself. It was a bit of a hassle, but I did it. You know, I was able to... Why on earth am I looking at this map? Of all maps. Of all the maps I could be looking at, I'm looking at the shitty Violence District map. Because what I want is Happy Town with the translation. Even though I don't actually need the translation. Well, I kind of do need the translation. But what I actually want is... Okay, so yesterday we looked at all the entirety of the north area of Happy Town. I don't know where I am right now. Could be at the entrance. What do you say? I mean, honestly, I think we could just straight up mark the palace off our list and the little trumpeter area, because we've seen them. Yeah. Let's go to sex area. Yeah, I'm down for that. Do I have some sex? That's not what I meant. What else can we do? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's look at the sex area. Which is on the east side, and then you got the temple, the palace, and underneath that is the runway with the trumpets and shit, and on the right of that you got the Ferris wheel, which we've already seen all this shit before, but let's just thoroughly and systematically check it all out. Let's go. What was I saying? So I tried to open it. So I flipped it over, I undid the screws, and then I tried to separate the back from the computer. And it started coming off, but it didn't fully come off. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So I looked up a video of a guy doing it. Because I had to do this with my little streaming laptop too. One day the battery just, it wouldn't turn on. Um, and I was able to, oh, then man, that was a pain in the ass to open. But I opened it. Anyway, right, so I looked at this video of this guy doing it, right? And he's got a special tool, which is already, like, red flag number one, because I don't have that. I have a screwdriver. I have a little screwdriver, which I needed to actually get the screws on the laptop off. And I got, like, a piece of metal that is not that strong and bends, that, I used to pry open my streaming laptop, which is actually just a tablet. It's not, well, it's a transforming laptop, but whatever. Anywho, so this guy's got this thing. It's basically, like it's a big bit of metal with a handle. And he uses that. Okay, so he undoes the screws. I'm like, okay. And then he shows another screw. Oh, I didn't take that screw off. Okay, I'll take that screw off. Fair enough. And then he takes out the hard drive, which I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't really need to take the hard drive out. Oh, I'll take the hard drive out. Fair enough. And then what is going on? Oh, some guy had a heart attack on, like, a sumo, not a sumo guy, just a guy. Some guy had, like, a heart attack on a sumo ring, and I'm not really sure what the story is. Damn it, I really need to turn that wife's TV off. It distracts me when she watches the news. Anyway. So this guy, and then he flips it over, opens it up, and then he uses the tool to basically pry away the keyboard. He just rips the keyboard off. And he does it somewhat effortlessly. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I try it, and what do? So you got to start at the top right, which is where the end key is, and the minus key on the numpad. And what do? I rip those keys straight off the keyboard. Probably break them. I tried to reattach them, and they would not reattach. So now I have no end key and minus key on the keyboard on the laptop. Fuck. So I immediately gave up because there's no way I'm gonna get this thing open. And I continued because I didn't actually watch the whole video first. Probably should have done that at first, because then I would have realized, oh wow, oh, he's still going. Oh, he's still going. Holy shit, he's like field stripping this laptop just to get to the fan. Like, you have to basically pull the entire thing apart just to get to the fan. It's like the last thing in the goddamn computer. So I'm like, oh, fuck. A, I shouldn't have started doing this. B, I don't know if I'll ever be able to fix those keys on that keyboard. I mean, I can still push the nub where the key pushes to push the key, but I mean, it's kind of annoying that there's no actual key there now. And I'm like, oh, I gotta take this. Maybe someone will be able to repair this. Not, well, maybe the keys, but the fan. And I'm like, oh god. And I'm like, waifu, and they're like, oh yeah, they don't really know about repair shit. And I know how it is in Japan. I know how it is where I'm living in Japan. It's like people will be like, oh yeah, nah, we can't fix that. But because the repair places are always like in actual computer shops. So they'll be like, oh nah, you might as well give up. It's a write-off. But hey, we got this computer you could buy, a brand new one, or refurbished or whatever. Yeah, buy a new computer. I didn't come here to buy a computer. I want you to fix the fan on this one. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So I had a little looky-loos at laptops last night. And I could buy a cheap computer for like $200. That's like basically the same, if not a little bit more powerful than the one I got now. But you know what I really want? I really want a decent computer. Because I haven't had a decent computer in a goddamn long time. Last decent computer I had was that XP computer. And I bought that, I don't know, 18 years ago? Was I in high school at the time? Don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, it's probably about 2000. Yeah, sure. Oh, I see what happened about this sumo story. A woman jumped on the ring to try to like resuscitate a guy, and they were like, she was like pushed off the stage because women aren't allowed to be on the sumo stage. Oh, that's some fucked up shit. That's some downright fucked up shit. Because the guys won't even fucking do anything. She comes up, she's like pushing him out of the way, and she starts doing CPR on the guy. Oh, I see. It's all that makes sense. Because I remember, well, last night I was watching the same story, and there was like two women, and like one woman was like trying to pull another woman like away, but then the main woman was like, "No, fuck you, stay here." I'm like, why on earth is she doing that? Is she like, is like the first woman that's trying to get away is like, "Oh, I can't watch this because it's too traumatic." And the first one's like, "No, you stay here because you got to be here for him," or something. But maybe the first one was trying to pull the other one off because of the no men thing. Oh, that makes sense. The same fucking story happened 2 years ago, I think. You know we're in the middle of a video, right? Oh shit, sorry. Sorry, I should talk about this after. Alright, let me just finish this and then we'll get back to that. Sorry. For those who are actually trying to watch the actual gameplay. Sorry. About two years ago, at Koshien, which is like the big high school baseball competition, and it's like the thing that all the baseball teams aspire to. It's like the what is it? The Christmas Bowl, which is the thing in that gridiron game that I've been playing for YOLO, which is their big dream, their big goal. Anyway, I think one of the girls from the school, who was like the helper or manager or something like that, she was helping the guys practice by like throwing balls at them and just helping them. But she was on the grounds, and she got fucking banned from ever coming again or something. She got kicked out because girls aren't allowed on there. It's only for boys. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Alright, well, let's get back to the game. Hang on a second. Right. Here we go. Alright, so where are we? Actually. Okay, we are where I thought we were. Okay. So I could explore this area. Do you want to just explore this area? Because we're here. No, I want to explore 6 area. Alright, we'll go to 6. We'll go to 6. What does that sound? I don't know. Is that this? No? It's very foggy. It is quite foggy. Alright, well, 6 is here. 6 is here. Where it is. Wait. It's between... Wait. Oh, there's this little diamond thing. This isn't really good to do it while it's foggy, actually. But whatever, 6 is here. And we'll probably see that giant penguin. Was it a penguin or... Oh, God! Back it up! Oh! Back it up! Yeah, there they are. Doing their thing. We've totally seen this area already, but... Can you see it? Yeah, you can see the S. There's the E. And then here's the X. What does it spell? Sex. Yeah, don't turn off phone. I need you on right now. Alright, so that's sex. Is old guy... Oh, what's he doing? What are you doing, guy? Is he gonna turn? No, he's just... Is he gonna turn? No. Okay, well... Bye, dude! See See you later. You gonna... Oh! Well. That's fine. It only gets rid of your flashback thing, which I don't actually care about, so... Anyway. You know what, just for brevity... What? Shut up. Just for the sake of being thorough here. I want to try to stay in between the train tracks. So let's just explore around here. Let's see what's going on this side, in this neck of the woods. You might not be able to explore everything that you wanted to explore today if you do this, but just wanna make sure I see everything. So just in between the train tracks, yeah. Oh god, he's back. And then we'll go around the sex area. The Sexnasium. And, okay, so over here we got... ahead of us should be the Trumpleton Palace. Is anyone at the Trumpet area today? Nope. Alright. We really don't need to come in here. No. But there's the temple. I mean, stop calling it a temple. Sorry. It's also not a palace, really. Well, it's a palace, and it's really just like a court. Like a royal court thing. I guess I feel like the game's gonna fucking crash. Yeah, it's really struggling with this fog effect going on. Sure it is. Hey, does that spell something? Hey, does that spell something? Hang on. Oh god. Oh. Well. I feel like that spelled something. I might make a note about that. To check. Alright. Well. So what did we look at? We looked at the sex. We looked at... I didn't look, like, just north of the sex, between the sex and the train tracks. The upper train tracks. This is actually really hard to do. For Happy Town, yeah. Like, Kyoto's gonna be a lot easier, because it's, like, blocks, you know? Happy Town's kind of hard to gauge. But we checked in between the tracks, around sex, and south of sex. But I want to make a note, I'm going to make a note that above sex could be letters. Could be some kind of letters. Or lettering. I didn't get a good look. So, we'll have a look. Next time. Alright, anyway. I gotta talk about my dream yet. And, I also gotta continue talking about my computer. Sure. So, which makes me more depressed. What? We talked about the stupid sumo story. And, yeah, there she is. She's like... I don't get it. Whatever, who cares? It says, a guy has a fucking heart attack on stage. Who gives a shit? It's no longer sumo. Anyway. The idea that the woman is unclean. Yeah. Those fucking sweaty sumo. They're real clean, aren't they? Anywho. Stop watching it. So there's all these dudes. Yeah, you're right. There's a bunch of dudes, and then she comes up. She's like, get the fuck out of the way, guys. Get out of the way. Shitheads, you're not even doing anything. And then she starts doing the actual CPR. Whatever. It's real good for your voice-only podcast. Well, voice-only story here when there's no video that no one... Well, you can look at the video yourself. I assume it's on YouTube somewhere. And then we got two more women coming in. What are they doing? The cops are coming in. What are the cops doing? The cops like, hey ladies, get the fuck out. No. There's just a whole ton of people here. And no one's really doing anything. They're just sort of just sitting around the guy. And then, okay, then the actual, what's the name comes in. And then no one's fucking getting out of the way. They're like, get out of the way, guys, you fucks. And they're just like, bullshit. And they put him on a stretcher. Oh my god, they're fast forwarding it now. They put him on a stretcher. God, they're taking a long time. Jesus Christ. What are they doing? Pick him the fuck up. Get him the fuck out of there. It took like 2 minutes getting him on the fucking stretcher before they started like getting him out. That's way too long. Jesus. And like no one's getting out of the fucking way. They're like trying to get out of the goddamn stadium. And everyone's just standing around. Oh, whatever. Where was I? Back to my computer. So I was looking around, look at the computers, right? And yeah, I could buy a $200 computer. That's actually got double the RAM of my current computer. But these cheap computers all have, what is it called? It's like Intel integrated, like the graphics card is like an integrated graphics card. So it's like integrated into the motherboard or whatever, something like that, right? And oh god, I've got no fucking time. I'm gonna go to work, and that's fine. I'll have to upload this after the fact. Shit, and that's fine and all. However, those maybe it might be better to talk about this tomorrow because I really don't have time and I need to talk about my dream. Let's talk about my dream now. If I got time, maybe I'll talk about it. But yeah, seriously, I got like 15 minutes before I'm gonna go to work. No, I got 15 minutes before I have to start work. So holy shit. Okay, fuck, I have no time. All right, so let's talk about my dream. I'll talk about computers later. As long as I'm gonna buy one tomorrow. Well, I'd like to, but I don't have time tomorrow. Anyway, all right, dreams. All right, get on with it. So I'm in a lobby of some big building. Actually, it's a wrestling stadium. And I'm trying to get tickets to see the wrestling. They might be free tickets. I'm not sure. They might just be like if you want to get the tickets first in, first served or something like that. You're still going to buy them. But they might have actually been free, like free tickets that you can get. Anyway, I knew it'd be busy, right? So I came in early to line up. But after waiting in line for ages, and I finally get to the front of the line, they tell me that that they can't give me a ticket because I was also supposed to book tickets in advance. So I was supposed to book the tickets online or whatever, and then line up to get the tickets. And I'm like, well, fuck. So I didn't do that, so I couldn't see the show, apparently. I'm like, but the stadium's actually kind of empty in some areas. Can't I just sit over there in that area where there's no one there? No, is the short answer to that question. So I'm walking away, feeling a bit pissy. And I think at this point I may have activated, it might have been a lucid dream, because I might have activated my superpowers cheat mode that I sometimes use in dreams. And just taken it out on everyone. Used like key blasts or some bullshit, like magical power against like cars and shit just to fucking get my anger out of there. It's always fun to do that in dreams. But I don't actually remember that very much. Yeah, I don't remember what happened. At least that's going to be my defense when the dream police, when friggin' Black Coat Man comes to get me. And he tries to accuse me of like viciously murdering a whole bunch of people in my dream. I'll say, oh, I don't remember. Anyway, another dream. So I'm driving, and it feels like a suburb of my hometown, like an area that I used to work in, but I didn't really, not too familiar with it, but I have like ridden the bus along it quite a few times. But it's not the same. But it shares, how do I say? It shares the same tile set, so to speak. I suppose you could say that. Anyway, it's a road that we're driving along, and it's like very hilly. It's got lots of hills and troughs. It goes up and down, up and down. And I see an Asian lady on a bike struggling to push her up the hill, And I'm like, come on, you can do it, you can do it. I attempted to actually help her, but I didn't. Like, you can do it. She's like, oh, she just barely makes it to the crest of the hill. I'm like, oh, you did it, good girl. Alright, another dream. We gotta steamroll through these. I'm in a restaurant. Seems to be a regular place for me, but there's something weird going on. I don't know what's happening, but some kind of emergency, or there's a monster, or I don't know. I don't remember the details, but we are scared, and we're hiding, I think. And the one thing I remember about this dream is I coincidentally was looking under the counter of the kitchen. Maybe because I'm like hiding or lying down or something. And looking under the counter, you can see a whole bunch of like plates and stuff and like pots and pans tucked away like way in the back. Probably these things have not been used for like years. They're like dirty and dusty, but some of them seem unwashed. I mean, the clean stuff is still dirty. It's like got dusty and shit all over it because it hasn't been used for ages. But there's also stuff that just straight up was not washed at the time that it was put away. So you can see like rice and stuff on bowls or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I think to myself, geez, it's probably better if I just pretend that I didn't see that. Sometimes, ignorance is bliss. Sometimes I feel like that's kind of how it is in a lot of Japanese restaurants. It's like if you look too far, you might maybe not want to eat there. Because you might realize that they haven't washed that fucking pot in that like big pot that they used to make the soup broth in, I don't know, 5 years. It's got that extra flavor because they haven't washed it. Oh, okay. I gotta go. I gotta go right now. So I'll talk about laptops tomorrow. Got any recommendations on laptops I should get at places I can buy them on the internet that'll ship to Japan? Let me know, because I'm looking for them. But for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time. Oh wait, I didn't actually stop the stream. All right, see you next time. I was saving the game, and I was like, shut up, I have to go. Sorry.